Welcome to Twin Speak, Christian music and other stuff. I'm Joe.
And I'm Matt.
And we're twin brothers who, like many of you, were raised on and by Christian music. Listen as we dive into the melodies and lyrics. We'll explore the artists and bands that shaped our upbringing, from the synthesizing energy of Krumbacher to the hard rock anthems of Petra, Skillet, Whiteheart, Striper, and more. We'll share our favorite memories, the concerts that blew our minds, and the tracks that still resonate with us today. In each episode, we'll not only review iconic albums and songs, but also invite special guests, fellow musicians, fans, and maybe even some of our childhood heroes to join in on the conversation. Expect plenty of surprises, from deep dives into the stories behind the songs and twin banter that comes along with being twin brothers. So whether you're a die-hard fan or just curious, we promise to keep it entertaining. Get ready for some epic throwbacks, insightful discussions, and of course, lots of laughter. Let's celebrate the music that brought us together and continues to inspire us. Welcome to the journey of Twin Speak.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Shh. Very nice. Oboe? Let's hear the oboe.
I remember you so well, talking about everybody going to hell. Then you looked into a mirror.
Well, everybody, welcome to Christian Music. Well, I guess Twin Speak, Christian Music and other stuff. I'll get the name of our show right here. It's good to see everybody, and good to see you too, Matt. You know, for a good Monday night. So, yeah, how is everybody doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good. Episode 35. I know we're not numbering these, but you are. So yeah, it's nice to be here on a Monday night. It's dark there, I assume, or you're in a dark basement, and I'm in Washington, where it's still pretty bright out for 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Actually, this is the time of year, which is crazy, because I walked outside yesterday at 9:30, and you could still see that the sun is setting, and you're like, how is that even possible? I mean, coming from California,
it hardly changed.
It didn't change that much. Like it was dark. I mean, it stayed dark later, but 9:30 at night, it was dark.
Yeah.
We were shooting off fireworks on 4th of July by 7:30.
Yeah.
You know,
we were.
Now I have to wait till 10 o'clock.
I know. I agree. Feel the same way. But no, it is. It's great to see you, Joe, and excited to review this album. This, by the way, this album it's John Gibson's Body and Soul. And just for everybody's benefit, I know some of the songs on this album, but I do not know every song. So this is me actually listening to this album all the way through. Fact is I did like John Gibson growing up, but only because I saw him open up for Brian Duncan. And I think, did we see him at Knott's Berry Farm as well?
We did.
I feel like we did.
It's funny. We were leaving. We were there with our youth group, and I think it was like we had to be at the front gate like in 15 minutes, and they were leaving like a half hour early. But I remember we were walking with Paul, our youth pastor, and he said, "Oh my gosh, John Gibson!" Yeah, he's like, "Oh my gosh, John Gibson is here," and which I think is funny now, because it's like, how did you not know he was here?
I know. You brought your entire youth group to Knott's Berry Farm for a jubilation. And how did you not know? And not to mention, it was in all of the Christian music stores or the Christian magazines, the CCM magazines. It was always posted in there, the Knott's Berry Farm lineup. So I don't know how you didn't know, but yeah. But I feel like we went inside the Good Time Theater, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and heard him sing Father, Father. Or Have a Talk with God.
Yeah, well, okay. So you're getting things mixed up just a little bit.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. That's okay. I forgive you. You've had a long day, I'm sure. It's been a long day.
Had a long day.
No, he was actually playing, I believe, I want to say the Wagon Camp. And because I remember standing outside.
Wrong.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody out there knows. You know who does know is John Gibson. So
that's true. John Gibson does know.
Let me give him a call really fast. That's not it. Sorry, John. Didn't mean to do that. Hold on, here it is.
What? Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, you're ringing him.
I think he's busy. Anyways,
too busy for you.
But we did see John open for Brian Duncan at the Bren Center. And that is where I first remember hearing Father, Father, Have a Talk with God, which is funny. We talked to Brian, I don't know, several months ago, and he remembers that concert very well.
Yeah. Yep.
And he says that during John's set, I guess he had like a lapel mic on that he left on, and he went to go use the bathroom.
Headset. Yeah.
It was something, but he had some microphone that he left on, and he went to go use the bathroom, and it was catching. And what's funny is after he said that, I started to think back, and I do remember a glitch with microphones, like where a weird noise was happening. I remember that after he said that, and I was like, huh.
Well,
like,
you're a liar.
No, I think, and I might be making it up, but
you could be. I think it's the placebo effect, where somebody told you something, and you're like, I did hear that. No, you didn't. It's kind of like if somebody says, like, do you smell gas? No, I don't smell. Oh, you know what? I think I do smell gas.
Or they're phantom memories is what they are. They're phantom memories. But
I see.
Well, I do know this. If I ride around with you in a car with rolled up windows, I will smell gas. That's there ain't no lie there. What? Who cares about my song?
I'm driving around with you. I get to hear you sing.
You don't.
It's awful. It is not a gas. But anyways, this album, though, I remember the cover. I remember looking at it, and John just looked. Oh, by the way, I don't have that. I do have his first album, but you have it on vinyl. So I ordered some records, some vinyls, and they sent me the CD, this CD.
Oh, is that right?
Body and Soul, like just for free. Here, thought you would like these. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how cool is that? They sent me the CD of Body and Soul for free.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, so I have the CD. I do not have the vinyl, but I do have the vinyl of his first album.
Okay, I do remember seeing that at your house.
Okay.
Anyways, I remember seeing, we bought this tape and brought it over to my friend's house and started listening to it. But I also remember seeing John Gibson on Real Videos, and I'm not sure if it was a video or if he was hosting or what it was, but it was something that I remember waking you up saying, "Hey, Matt, guess what? John Gibson is on Real Videos," and you were kind of like, but we got this album, and then I remember getting his follow-up album to this one, which is Jesus Loves You, and he's wearing a San Francisco ball cap, which he was born in San Francisco. He has it looks like it's cold. He's got like earmuffs on, but that song and that album was very kind of upbeat, a lot of rap in it. It was interesting, a lot of rap.
Yeah, I was listening to that a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, wow, this is. I mean, it's actually a very good album. Not actually, it's a very good album. I had never listened to it all the way through. I think I chose songs, like specific songs. You listened to the albums pretty much all the way through. And usually when we bought a tape or CD at the Christian bookstore, you got one and I got one.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that happened with Crumbacher and Benny Hester. It happened with some others, I think. But I probably went and listened to whatever I was listening to, and you listened to John Gibson. But at any rate, everything that I've heard has been just his voice. His voice is incredible. The artistry of the music is insane, and I mean, honestly, it's like he is the Stevie Wonder of Christian music, and he has sung with Stevie Wonder, and you can hear it in his voice. Like you can hear it. There's so many similarities, but what an amazing voice and talent.
I know, and it's true. When you listen to Stevie Wonder and you listen to John Gibson, you can tell they're very soulful in their voice. They know how to use their voice, and you know, I was looking up some stuff with John, and I can see he hasn't been like professionally trained. He has a God-given talent that God's given him, and he's been using it in a great way. You also look at some of the other artists he's been with. Stevie Wonder, he's done some work with Michael Jackson. He's quite a resume of names. If we were to go through all of them, and some are very recognizable and others not as much. To maybe just somebody who isn't in the music industry, but this album being called Body and Soul is a very soulful album, and
the depth. You wonder, Body and Soul. It has a lot of soul, but there's body in it as well, which means it's full. Like it is such a great. I don't know, from what I hear. So I'm looking forward to hearing it all the way through. Yeah, because I've only heard snippets of it, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, it is. Body does mean full. And I remember how full your body was when we were younger.
I remember how full your body was as well.
Full, but your body, you definitely filled out your shorts. Like you.
Your stomach was never full either. That's why you kept eating.
You have no soul. How dare you say that?
I remember rationing French fries. So,
I do too. Do you want a French fry? Okay, I'll get a French fry.
Let's share a French fry. You have a French fry. I'll have a French fry. Literally rationing French fries.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were left in our house with a box for a week with like 6 boxes of French fries. We literally ate like a box a day
with no car, no bikes, no store near us. No. I remember it was middle of summer and we were trying to figure out how far it is to the AM PM. Now there's no internet. There's no way of contacting anybody to figure this out. No. And I remember starting to walk.
Yep.
And it was super hot and we were like, this is stupid.
This is
however far we walk there, we're going to walk just as far back. And let's just go eat our French fries. Why don't we just go to sleep?
That's what we did.
We can forget about the hunger.
Yeah. Let's go to sleep, forget about the hunger, and sleep in as long as possible until you sweat out of bed because the sun came through the window. This album was issued, we should get back to this, was issued in 1989 on Frontline Records, and it's considered to be John Gibson's 4th studio album. It's a blend of pop and blue-eyed soul, heavily influenced by Stevie Wonder and the Beatles, with obviously some good gospel elements. The song that we just listened to, Heart of Gold, actually, the notes here of what I'm reading says that it was Beatles-inspired opener with Abbey Road era string touches and a standout piano by the individual named Bill Baumgart. So that was the song that we just listened to. So when you think of the strings that it opened up with, and my son's a huge Beatles fan, so I've listened to so much Beatles, it totally makes sense, like the strings. So you can see how it's inspired by that.
I actually like the beginning of that, how he talks, how they're like all like doing their, I don't know, tuning or whatever it is they're doing. And then they're all shh. Yeah. They all start. It's kind of funny. But talking about the album cover really fast, just because I loved, and I love this album cover. Him outside of a cathedral. I love the contrast, body and soul down here with the couple different colors and then the black and white up here. Him reaching out, I don't know if there was a camera down there and he was like, oh, I dropped my keys. But
hey, there's a camera.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that camera.
Was somebody spying on me? You know what? I wonder if he got that from Steve Taylor's I Predict 1990.
Oh.
And said, I want to do what Steve did just on the ground.
Well, He did it well, whatever it was he was going for.
Yeah,
looking at the back cover, I always loved that picture too.
Yeah.
It was on the inside of the cassette. But anyways,
we loved pictures of the artists, and so it was always cool to be able to look at the pictures and then see them in concert. And that's all you had. You didn't have social media. So that was the picture, the only picture you would see unless you saw something in a magazine or on a video. That's what you got. So there was an excitement I remember you and I had whenever you would go and see a concert, because what are they going to wear? What are they going to look? What did they look like? Did their hair grow out? Because you would see Steve Taylor, for example, and then his hair was long. You're like, wait, what? Or Crumbacher, and his hair was short, and then it's long. In Tame the Volcano. So there was something cool about going to see a concert because you didn't watch the concert live on the internet first. You didn't know what the set list was going to be, so you were in anticipation of every single next song. And we've kind of lost that a little bit. I mean, it's fun the way it is now, but it's not as fun. And so,
no, I agree. We know it's available, and we're like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, and then we do it. Yeah. And then you go to the concert. You're like, I know what song is next. I know. Oh, last song. I know what. Hey, time to leave.
Should we walk out?
Exactly. Well, let's go ahead and get into this album now. The first song we listened to was Heart of Gold. The next one is In the Name of the Lord. And this one, I do remember him playing live in concert. This one's upbeat. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it. In the Name of the Lord. Love that soulful voice.
I do remember that song. It's his voice, and you know what? Even the choruses, just the way that it all comes together with the background choir. Yeah, you hear that choir in the background as well, which I think it's really cool. He had good. I mean, he's a musician. He didn't just play the music; he created something. He's an artist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And you know, I this song, like, I like how it starts off with just the piano, and then you kick in with the drums. You know, but yeah, you're right. Once you get that chorus, call on God in the name of the Lord. His voice, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to keep saying that throughout this whole episode.
I know. You should.
But it is incredible. And I saw a video with him actually on TBN with Carmen. And I can't remember. Somebody else was on there too. But I remember Carmen sitting off to the side. He's like, sing it, John. Sing it, John.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep.
And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, first of all, Carmen's been around forever. But yeah. So anyways.
Not anymore.
No. He's been, okay, so he hasn't been around forever.
Just making sure you get that right. Nobody's around forever, including Carmen. But he was around for a long time before he wasn't.
It was a very long time. So anyways,
the next song. really quick, before we go into that, this whole album is recognized as John's most transparent and thoughtful lyrical work with vulnerable personal ballads. 2 of these songs, Merry-Go-Round and Father, Father.
Okay.
And so, anyways, this is just recognized as, is very honest. So I'm interested to go back and actually read the words, just knowing that. And I think it'd be interesting to see, because I'm intrigued by the word vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I'm going to look up actually some of these right now.
Right, well, this album is 37 minutes in length. It's 9 tracks. Well, Joe's doing that.
Well, we're not going to listen to all 37
Though
minutes.
concise, critics noted the album feels slightly brief, some wishing for additional length. Kind of interesting. It's like, I wish it would be longer.
I can see that. Because he is telling a story here. So, anyways, the next song you did say, Father, Father, Merry-Go-Round. The next one is Merry-Go-Round. And I got to tell you, like this song here, maybe when I initially listened to it, because we were maybe 13, 14 years old, something like that, I might have skipped it.
Really?
I know I listened to it all the way through, but as I've listened back to this album over the years, I'm like, I've developed a new appreciation for listening to lyrics and the artistry of what a musician is trying to communicate, because it's not always just about the entrance of the music. But let's go ahead and play Merry-Go-Round, since you did mention this one. Hey, you remember going on merry-go-rounds?
I do.
Good.
I do. They were fun.
Yeah, they were. Okay, let's listen.
All right.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty.
All by myself.
Long song, Joe.
I know.
I failed in my life. I've even failed my wife. No. I know I failed you too, my son. And it cuts like a knife. That I made so many mistakes in my life. And son, I'm sorry if you got hurt by them. Oh yes I am. But I knew what I was doing. Yes I did. When I got down on my knees and I prayed this very prayer, I said, Lord, you are the one that makes this merry-go-round. Don't let me go round without you. Oh, you, Lord, you are the one that makes this merry-go-round. I wanna go round forever.
Just listening to the words, I can understand the vulnerability. Like it's very honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he goes into saying, I failed in my life. I've even failed my wife. I failed you too, my son. And he goes into really talking a lot about his son and some of the failures, that are there. But I love how he gets to that chorus, and he's basically saying, just trust my prayers. As my prayer to God is, you are the one that makes this merry-go-round. And he says this. I'll read this, the chorus actually as it goes. And I said, Lord, you are the one that makes this merry-go-round. Don't let me go round without you. Oh, you, Lord, are the one that makes this merry-go-round. I don't want to go round forever. But anyways, I don't know. It's just one of those songs that you can hear that vulnerability. He's talking about his family. He's talking about failures, right? I mean, I failed my kids. I failed my wife. You failed your kids. You failed your wife. I've failed in life. I failed a lot of different things. And sometimes you really do. And I'm not sure if this is where he's going, but you feel like you're just on this spinning merry-go-round. And it's like, God, I know.
I think often about all of your failures.
Yeah.
And I get overwhelmed, especially growing up.
Well,
remember high school?
I do. It was
When you didn't graduate?
We're going to bring that up again.
You don't remember?
I don't remember not graduating. I did graduate just a little late.
Yeah,
and listen,
you did.
Just because I didn't graduate like with you, I don't want you to take offense to this, and I think maybe this is the better time as any, just to bring this out. I knew that I would be better than you, so I didn't want to be seen next to you in that line.
Yeah.
They were, here's the thing, Matt. They were passing out like those certificates like they were toilet paper. And you were treating it like it was a piece of toilet paper during COVID. I knew that there was a lot of those to come. My job was to enjoy life. So I did school.
It's funny because, I might have used my degree as toilet paper. At least I didn't use the book of Luke. So,
what the heck? What the heck are you talking about?
So it was John Gibson. He did originally sing in secular settings. His debut album, Standing on the One, it was in 1983. It was recorded after serving in the U.S. Army. So, John, thank you for your service. I did not realize he was in the Army.
Yes.
And then he had a transition into Christianity and the music scene, and he was baptized by his father in 1980. So he signed his first album with Consolation, Solar, and released Standing on the One in 1983 on that. But then later he moved to Frontline Records, which is what this album is on Frontline Records. So he's scored over 22 top 5 CCM hits, including 9 number 1 singles. And this album is named as number 122 on CCM's 500 best albums of all time.
Wow.
So very good album, very well rated, seen as very polished and hard driven.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely agree. Just over the past 3 samples that we listened to, definitely a great album. Deep lyrics and, to be in the 120s, that's great. Especially out of 500. I mean, goodness.
Yeah. Out of 500.
What an honor, So, and here we are, 1989. What is this? How many years is that? 40 years?
I don't know if you graduated high school. You would have known. Graduated if you would have walked and not lived life.
11 plus 25.
You've just been on the merry-go-round.
35, 36. 36 years. 36 years ago.
Good job, Joe. Good job.
It's crazy. Can you believe, though, 35 years ago we bought this?
Yeah.
If you would have told us 35 years ago that we'd be doing a podcast talking about this album, we would say, what's a podcast?
That's true. That's true.
That's exactly what we say.
And what would we actually be doing at this age? Still laughing and making dumb jokes. That's what we're doing. So we're talking about some of our favorite albums. Yes, let's hear the next song.
The next song is God Will Find Ya. And it's my prayer for you all the time. So maybe tonight's the night. Maybe tonight's the night. Yeah.
Maybe.
So, all right.
I just want you to find God.
I did. Yeah. Well, let's see. God will find you.
That's my prayer for you.
Well, here we go. Okay. God will find you. Probably.
night I heard you talk to Jesus in your yard. Looked at the sky with tears in your eyes. Never heard you pray so hard. Tonight it's a different night. Can't take it anymore. Packed up your bags, took what you need, left a note by the door. Oh, you just keep running, babe. Over the mountains or over the ocean, baby. He'll find you. Today I saw a man wandering in the street.
I like that because you can't hide from God.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. So I do like the honesty of I mean, you listen to it and you're like, okay, great vocals and everything. But when you break down what he's saying is God's going to find you. And you might be hiding from everybody else, but you're not hiding from God.
Right.
And sometimes, I mean, honestly, I've thought about this myself too, just throughout my life is you could be so afraid of being honest with the people around you, which has you question, who do you fear more? God, who knows everything and has complete control, or the people in your life?
Yeah.
And it's an honest question and an honest struggle that I think sometimes we have is out of sight, out of mind. God, you might know, but okay, but you know, I don't get to feel your pain. That could be a mistake. If you can't feel that, then there's a loss of where's your convictions. And so I like the song. It's a very honest song.
Yeah, it is. And to what you were saying, you know, we'll hide from people, you know, thinking, well, you know, I just don't want them to see the vulnerability that I have, you know. Yeah. So we can hide behind closed doors, and we can, you know, there's so many things we can hide behind in our life, but God already sees it all. And and God will find you, but he's not going to find you in the way of now you're getting whooped, you know. Yeah. It's in the way that I love you. I love you. Like, just come to me, you know. And that's what it says in Scripture. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. You know, sometimes we're running from we're not running to God, but we're hiding from everybody. And anyways, but no, this song, I know we can get a little bit off track here, but this song here, oh, the lyrics, man, when he goes in, so just, it's like a silky smooth vocal. How the heck he does that and hasn't had any training is amazing. But he also he if you go to his website, you'll see that he actually sells vocal lessons. So as much as he hasn't had lessons, he actually does have vocal lessons that you can buy. And he'll teach you how to sing. And yeah, it is cool because honestly, I've heard a lot of people say, hey, I want to give you I can give you vocal lessons, but it's not that they were bad, it's just they weren't like this. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. Joe, I have a suggestion for you. I know somebody that's giving vocal lessons.
Oh, I thought you were going to a different way, which is, hey.
No, you should not be giving anybody a vocal lesson at all. Oh. I mean, we should just listen to get to the, you know, to the fun part. But I think I wish we would have known that John was doing this. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, hold on for it. Here it comes. Ooh. The guitar's also out of tune.
I'm just listening to the guitar. Actually, it's funny. I don't think we've ever stopped to really listen to it, but the guitar is
way out of tune.
That's funny.
Anyways, that's really cool, though. By the way, I didn't realize that John had also collaborated with MC Hammer.
Yes.
on this wall. Yeah, I didn't know that. And then also Crystal Lewis. And then he's also seen as a pioneer in Christian rap.
Well, you know what? I mean, like I said, I've heard he does have bars. He's got bars.
Yeah.
You know, he's a rapper.
Wait, what? His bars?
Yeah, that's the term for rap. You don't know. You don't know.
Oh, I don't. I'm not a rapper, and neither are you.
I am. I'm the candy rapper. Standing in the line with a movie ticket, and the concession line is long, still sticking with it. And the corners done popping, there ain't no way to stop. And when the candy rap's flowing like a candy machine, candy rapper.
All right,
candy.
We can stop. Seriously, it's so bad. It's. So
I
bad.
not only have bars, I have candy bars.
Yeah. Hey, we haven't listened to what's the next song?
Father, Father.
Okay, we haven't listened to Have a Talk with God yet.
No, not yet.
That features Stevie Wonder on harmonica.
It does. So we're gonna have to get to the harmonica part. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we will. All right. Well, let's listen to the next song.
Father, Father. This song for me. Let's listen to it, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mama never understood me, and Papa was a rolling stone. I never was what I could be. Ain't that something? Ain't that a life? I thought I found all the answers, you see, 'cause I thought that I could do it alone. But my life ain't what it should be. I've got nothing to call my own. Father, Father, I'm talking to you now. I know I've slipped away. Father, Father, talk to me now. Help me find a way. I never was about the business. No, you see, 'cause it turns my insides around. Yeah. But if through a song I can bless even one man, you see, I'll be free. Help me, Lord. Father, Father, I'm talking to you, talking to you.
Seriously, just listen to that whole song easily.
It's
That was
such a
one-
great song. This is one I listen to all the time.
Yeah. And the funny thing is like I was sitting here and I was getting chills as I'm listening to the lyrics because I remember hearing this song for the first time when he was with Brian Duncan. And then I took it home and listened to it, and I never fully grasped that he was our Father and I can talk to him like he was. You know, Father, Father, I'm talking to you now. I know I've slipped away. Father, 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 talk to me now. Help me find a way. Anyways, it was just one of those things that we can come to him as a father, and he's just having an honest conversation, you know, with God. And anyways, but no, this was a song actually that I began to change my prayer language into calling God Father, and not just God or Jesus, but seeing him as more of a father. And it was songs like this that brought me to that. Like, I can call him Father. I don't have to. This is an intimate relationship that we have. And we can see as we're going through this, that is kind of wrapped around this whole album, you know? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
No, I I mean, I love that because the thing is it's easy, I think, when you're a believer to pray to God, not in the way that we have the personal relationship that we do through His Son. And I think that this song, Father, is such an endearing word. It's personal. It's not, the distance. And I don't know, as you were talking right there, I thought, there were times, I think at the moment where this album came out, our father wasn't present a lot.
Right.
And so, and I know that that's true for a lot of people, is maybe they don't have a father. And the word says the father to the fatherless. And so when you think of that, you're like, oh, you know what? Like wow, he can actually be my father and I can talk with him. And I think that's the thing is it takes practice to have that kind of a prayer life, to just have a just have a talk with God. I mean, in a way, to just, say, you know what, I'm just going to have a talk with you. Not some spiritual, candles and you don't have to do any of that. Just have a talk with God. And it doesn't have to be, it's not like I'm going to set this time aside, which you should. We talk with him anytime. And that's, it's just, I don't know. I'm reminded as to where we were at the time when this album came out. And I think that,
true.
I just think it's a cool thing to think about.
Yeah, no, it's true. Actually, not really thinking about that, as I was talking, but now that you say that, it makes perfect sense that, we were at that place where we did need a father, but this, or we needed our Heavenly Father. I should say that. It's not that our dad was never there. It's just that he was going through his stuff, and and we were kind of, I guess just collateral damage to some of it, but but nonetheless, this song still speaks to me today just as much as it did back then. Getting to the next song, as you have actually already quoted, "Have a Talk with God." This is another. It's an upbeat song. I remember him playing it live, and this is the one that featured Stevie Wonder on harmonica. So, anyways, let's go ahead and listen to "Have a Talk with God." Not there. Okay, here we go. Have a talk with God. Get it, John?
Listen, y'all, there are people who have let the problems of today lead them to conclude that for them life is not the way. But every problem has an answer, and if yours you cannot find, you can talk it over to him. He'll give you peace of mind. If you feel your life's too hard, then just go have a talk with God. Listen, many of us feel we walk alone without a friend. Never communicating with the one who lives.
Now, I want to get to the harmonica part, but we also have to note this. Stevie Wonder is doing the harmonica in this, but this song is a remake of Stevie Wonder's. So this is Stevie Wonder's song.
That's true. This is a cover.
So, it's funny. I was, I don't know, a few weeks ago, I put it on. I think here's the harmonica, I think. Nope, that's not harmonica. That's a crazy sounding harmonica.
Stevie does stuff like that, though.
Yeah.
I saw Stevie Wonder in concert once, and he's amazing.
I'm jealous of that one. That's pretty cool. So, but no, this is a remake, and I was showing somebody it one day, and they're like, "Is this a Stevie Wonder song?" I said, "Yes." I didn't even tell them, and I was like, "Wow, I wouldn't have thought you would have got that." So, anyways, okay, take it away, Stevie.
If you feel your life's too
Oh yeah. You know the part of his voice that is so cool, like he sings like,
Yeah, I know exactly. It's soulful. It's really good.
It is really really good. So, anyways, I'm really.
I literally am. If you saw me looking down, I was literally in the middle of buying this on vinyl.
Oh well,
and I'm not sure how much I paid for it because it's in a different currency. I think I bought it from Germany.
Oh well,
and it looked expensive from Germany.
Yeah. Is it still sealed?
Is yours?
No.
Oh, no.
No, of course not. No, it's been opened. It's been played. Crap.
Oh.
And it's not this one? I don't even know if I have anything.
It's time for another vinyl reveal.
I literally don't know if I have anything.
Well,
it ticks me off.
Why does it tick you off?
Because I don't even think I have anything. I mean, I've got stuff I can show, but...
Yeah. Well, I mean, just nothing you're proud of?
No, just nothing you will really, really want. But you know what? That's okay. I've got something I can show.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start.
Yeah, you should.
All right. I'll start with mine. See if you can get this one.
Kenny Marks, The Party Is Over.
Yeah. See. Here's my Kenny Marks.
This is another good one. I've seen that one on there and haven't gotten it. I'm like,
Yeah.
We loved that song.
It's a great song. And actually, the whole album's really good, too.
Is it?
Yeah.
We had it.
Yeah. Well, we watched the video on Real Videos, and it was just him in concert, and it was so cool. Like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, just the drums.
Like this part here.
Right here, yeah. Just listen to a little bit of it.
Yeah. Turn it up a little bit. Yeah, such a great album.
Yeah,
great song.
Great song. Great album.
Okay, so I have an album, and I'm pretty sure I already told you that I had this, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it on anyway because I actually love this artist right now. So,
all right, let's hear it.
I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, this all God, this ain't no lie. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud. Yeah, I was down, but now I'm up. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, it's all God, this ain't no love.
What's that?
I don't know who this is.
Okay, I'm going to pause it for a second. It's Forrest Frank.
Oh, I've been thinking about getting, I've not heard this song.
So let me tell you a little bit about him, and we got to get back to John. But
yep.
So my kids showed this to me. And your daughter actually told me about him, but I never really paid much attention. But my kids showed it to me, and the way he writes his songs is he did a lot of it on TikTok, and he would ask somebody like, "Hey, give me 3 words, and I'm going to write a rap based off of those 3 words." And this song, the rap part that we're going to get to, was based off of 3 words, and he wrote a song based around those 3 words. And you can watch it on YouTube. His little TikTok thing. He's like, okay, give me 3 words. And so anyways, but let me just show you what he comes up with. And I guess he does this in concert too. He'll like tell people to like, hey, okay, give me a few words and I'm going to write something. So really good at freestyle, but here he is.
Yeah, I was down, but like my name Lazarus. No Satan gon' be mad at this. I had to ask my dad if it's okay to swing my bat at this. He said, boy, if I picture this out of the park, moving so quick it's like they stuck in park. They see the numbers, but I see the heart. 10,000 hours you spent in the dark, putting in good work, even though you didn't even know that it would work. Talking about a man who grew up in woodwork, do it for the love of it, that's the way it should work, yeah, yeah. I know some people gon' look at me crazy, and I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Man, I was stuck. I was down, but now I'm
That
Anyways, his most famous song right now is "Good Day." It's on the radio.
I'm about to have a good
You know that song?
I know this song. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So that's my vinyl reveal for now.
Good.
I wanted to get I was going to get his newest one, and I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and then they sold out.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I did the same thing with the Flyleaf album. Flyleaf had their first album out on vinyl for $22.
Really?
For $22. I
Oh my
waited,
goodness.
and I waited, and I waited, and then they sold out. And now on YouTube, not YouTube, eBay, find it everywhere, $200, $144. I'm like, I knew it was $22, less than around Christmas time. I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
I'll listen to it on
You know
Spotify.
what though? How many albums have you paid for almost $100 that at one point was 14?
But I saw it.
Like John Gibson.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Did
don't
you
even know
pay-
how much I just paid.
Well, I'll say I know I paid a hefty penny because I also got it from out of. I got it from another country as well. So, anyways, so getting back to our album, we just listened to "Have a Talk with God." The next song is called "Long Ago." So let's go ahead and go into that one. "Long Ago," John Gibson. Kind of a jungle, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Long ago, one silent night in a land far away. Hey, hey. Into the world was born a light to show me the way. And he said, I'm in you, you're in me. You better do the things I say to do. Yes, you do. I've given you all you need, and you better let it manifest in you. I'm talking to you, yeah. Do you really understand what I say? You love me more than anyone. Would you lay down all you have, son? Your fight has just begun, and I spread this word all over the world. Oh, and I spread this word all over the world, yeah. Long ago, one angry night in the land far away. Hey, hey.
I
Again,
like the different musical creativity.
yeah, well, and it just kind of goes back to, the artistry of musical artists. Whoops, hit my mic. Back in that day, because it wasn't all the same. It wasn't so cookie cutter. It wasn't just, okay, what's going to be on the radio? What do we need to put out there?
Right.
It wasn't just about the one song that was going to hit on Spotify. It was about a collection of songs. And this just goes right back to that time period, which is, hey, we're going to put out a good album. It's going to be versatile. It's going to appeal to a lot of different people. And this one does.
Yeah. Yep.
So, anyways, the next song is "Us Now," which is pretty much talking about us now.
Not then.
No, because we're talking about us now. So we
Was
talked a
he
little bit
talking
about.
us then?
He is talking about us now, but when we
I
listen
knew
to it, no, back
was
then
us now.
it was us then.
Wait,
He was
back then it was us then, or back then it was us now?
Back then it was us then, but it was still called us now.
And right now
Listen.
it's us now.
Why don't we call my friend Doc? Let's get into a time machine. Let's go back to 1989 to when we're listening to it and see if it's still titled Us Now or Us Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's listen to the song.
Okay, so no time machine? You're
No
okay
time
with
machine.
that? Okay.
No time for time machine.
No time for time machine. Us Now.
Great Scott.
Forgive me, Lord, if I have sinned. I've never been hurt this bad before. They took our dreams, right, threw them away, and come back to break our hearts some more. But all the love we feel for you, well, alright. We can't turn our backs on you, Lord. We can't do like they're doing us now, us now. Us now, us now, us now. Why? They put me down for what I was. It makes me afraid to be seen. See, they smile in our face and shake our hands. Lord, their intentions are so clear.
Two things.
Yeah.
One, love the song. Two, who's the other person singing?
Do you know who it is?
No, do you? You're the fact guy.
I think it was Us Now. I saw you singing along.
Well, that would make sense. You know, the words.
But
on
you have
this
the album. Why don't you look at the liner notes?
The words are so small, I can't see.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'm like, my age is, but yeah, I can't see. I literally can't see. Great voice. I just,
I'd have to look it up. I don't know.
yeah. But anyways, still great song
though. I do like. I just like the honesty in his voice. I mean, the lyrics I know are honest as well, but you can tell that there's a sincerity in his voice. Like he's really trying to convey a story to you.
Yeah.
Like it's not just, he's not singing to sing. I don't know. I think you want to listen to what he has to say.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like as we're going through these, when you actually start to listen to not just the music, but the words that he's putting to the song or to the music, you're like, okay, what is the message? It's not just what you're going through. It might be what I'm going through. It might be a message to me, or it might be a message that you want me to deliver to somebody else. I don't know, but that's kind of the fun of this. And listening to this has actually caused me, as the more I listen to this, especially now that we have Spotify and stuff like that this day and age, to go back and listen to his past albums. They're all the same. Like, I mean, not like this, but I mean, they all have their own creativity. They're all their own collection. They all show his gifts and talents in different ways, but the depth of his lyrics are all still there. And yeah, they're just, he really is a great artist, and he's different. You know, back in the day, we were listening to a lot of harder rock and things like that. So sometimes we overlooked artists and their creativity. We just didn't, we were too young to see it. We loved a few songs, and we would even play the whole album. But as we get older, we can appreciate this stuff, a little bit more, and appreciate the honesty as he's communicating to God. So another point before we get to the last song, John is actually in the process of doing a Kickstarter to come out with another album. So it's almost fully funded. So I looked it up. So it's almost fully funded. And
that's cool.
And I was looking, and I'm like, I want to look at it, and I want to pledge something, because I do believe in his music. And I don't know if there's any rewards. You know how sometimes it's like, here's a Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
If you give $40, you'll get, a collect phone call.
A collect phone call from Steve Taylor. Or if you pledge and you buy 5 kids, you will get from Carmen a a cardboard gold record, which I think is funny when you think about it. Like, hey, buy 5 kids. Like, it seemed odd. Like, how many wants to sponsor 1? If you sponsor 3, if you sponsor 5, it's like, wait, what are we actually doing here?
That's true.
If somebody were walking off the street, if you want 5 kids, like just something, then I will give you this bear, this DVD that has all of my videos and a gold record. Like, somebody would be like, what is going on here?
They're selling kids down at the church. They're selling kids
at the church. At the school. At the church.
Yeah, at the school.
They're selling kids at the school, because that's where
tornado came through. And now they're selling kids.
We totally took a side road here. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's any gifts for pledging, except for the fact that you will get music. And I think that's it, is pledge some money, and what you're going to get in return is another album of the music you love.
Right. Which I believe
is being so selfish.
I believe what he was looking for is looking to get 25,000, I believe, and he was somewhere around the $20,000 mark. Which I was like, wow, yeah, that's really, really good, So,
yeah.
Anyways, but okay, so the last song, "Everyone Needs the Lord," I really love this song, and it's true. Everyone needs the Lord.
Yes, it is true.
So not only is it good, but it's true. So let's listen to the last song.
All right.
There's no need to worry. I've been down before. And every night I pray that we are gonna live forevermore. What are friends for? 'Cause you don't have to live life broken hearted. For every problem God has an answer for, and soon He will show you the way. The very reason that I say that everybody needs someone to walk to, needs someone to talk to. Everybody, alright, needs someone to care for, needs someone to bear for. Everyone needs a Lord. Oh yeah. I've seen fire and rain. I've seen folks just go insane. Yeah.
What a great song, one to end with.
Yeah.
And this song this is gospel style, obviously, but it has been praised as a very good live highlight, which I can see.
Yeah.
Like, you can picture everybody singing along with this song, almost like Russ Taff, "We Will Stand."
Yeah. Right. Yep.
You're my brother, you're my sister. But it has the same type of theme where you can just picture everybody singing along.
Yeah.
And
sure.
like, it's just what a great song. And I would picture him almost ending his concerts this way.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I mean, it's funny, I've heard this song several times, but quite a few times, but like, even that, it was like giving me chills. I'm like, it's just it has a perfect melody. It is definitely kind of more anthemy in its approach, kind of like that. Yep. Like, okay, everybody, we can all sing. We're all together, and we're all in this together, and we all need the Lord. But yeah, what a great way to end this album, And this one, I have to say about this episode, was a lot of fun because we haven't spent a lot of time listening to this album together. So, like when we've gone through other artists, we've had time to discuss them in our lifetime a lot. And this one, because for whatever reason, we were getting older, and you bought a tape and I bought a tape, and we were kind of starting to distance ourselves from listening together, and we started listening separate. But it was really fun to kind of go through this collection together and be able to really honestly discuss, kind of our takeaways on this. But and really cool that by the end of it, you were able to, hey, we started it and you had no album, And now you're going to have a vinyl coming in the mail. And
it'll probably take 2 months to get here. But, sometimes you just get a vinyl and you're like, surprise. Oh, I forgot I ordered that.
Hey, I never did a vinyl. I never even did a vinyl reveal on this one, did I?
I think you might have. I know you've shown it to me before, but
I think I just showed it to you. Well, then this is my vinyl reveal.
Well, good. That and Forrest Frank.
And Forrest Frank.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, no, this is fun. I really enjoyed listening to this, and I'm looking forward to listening to it in the future as well, and actually listening to the whole song all the way through. And I would encourage everybody to do the same. If you haven't listened to this, and this is your first time, maybe go back, pull it up on either buy it on a vinyl, or maybe you'll get it free as a CD like I did. Or pull it up on streaming, but listening to the words, it's just seen as a very honest and vulnerable, lyrically written album that you can tell it is. And so it makes me want to know, okay, what's this honest place where John is writing from? Because wherever there's an honest place to write from, it's relatable to all of us who are living in the same world, struggling with a lot of the same things. And that's what gives us hope. Is that the Word of God, our life filtered through the Word of God gives us hope. And it sounds like this album is going to be one of those that does exactly that.
Yeah. And it still stands after 36 years. Definitely.
Yeah.
The message, that's the thing. The message of the gospel hasn't changed. We have, the world's changed, but that's the great thing about music is it's so timeless. Because the messages that are being conveyed 36 years ago are the messages that still need to be heard today. And so it makes it that much more fun to go through things like this. But yeah, definitely go back, listen to it. So anyways, well, Matt, I guess we've kind of come to the end of this episode. I think we kind of just want to play this song out just a little bit. Yep. It'd be really fun. I'm turning down the wrong dial. Yeah. Get John Gibson on the podcast. So
that would be cool.
Reach out to him and see if we can get that done. We can have him sing.
That would be cool. I would love to hear just not only. I mean, he's a very. I mean, his voice matched against a lot of the CCM artists in the 80s and 90s. His stands out.
For sure.
There's so many great voices, but his stands out. And I love that he's still writing. And so I'd love to hear more about what he's been doing over the time, over the last 30 years, and about his Kickstarter.
Yeah. And his voice stood out then. It stands out today.
Oh, yeah. It's timeless. There are voices that you listen to and you're like, ooh, from back in the day where we used to, you're like, that has not aged with the times. But this is timeless.
Yeah, it is. So, anyways, all right, Matt. Well, it's been fun, and we want to thank everybody for listening, everybody that tunes in to Christian. I said the second time I did that, to Twin Speak, Christian music, and other stuff. Hey, give us a like, share our stuff. We appreciate the guys that are the guys and ladies, the kids, everybody that's listening. Thank you so much. That's humbling. That who is listening,
you take your time with us.
Yeah, that you would take your time and listen, and hopefully that's drawing you back into some of the music that you've loved from your past, or you're getting to hear music you never thought you would like, and you're like, I guess I'd probably like that. But anyways, hey, we have stickers left, so if you want a sticker, send us a message. So
high demand.
Yeah, they are high demand. I think we probably only got about 1,000 left. But,
probably.
But hey,
I ordered 1,100.
Oh, we probably got we got 10,000, or we got 1,050 left. Anyways.
Hey, God bless everyone. Be good people.